Hey everyone, it's Tim with Collect Jurassic, back with another video. This time we'll be going over some new reveals that were recently shown in the Jurassic Facts app. For the uninitiated, this is an app by Mattel that you can scan your actual physical dinosaur figures into via a scan code on their foot, and it reveals them in the app. This app was recently updated with a bunch of new dinosaurs, new figures that we knew about, that we didn't know about. And we got all these pics courtesy of Chris Likes Dinos, so I'd love to thank him. Let's get started. First page, we're looking at a couple dinosaurs that we're already aware of. The Amagrosaurus is one that we knew was coming, but this Baryonyx has a different paint variation than the Baryonyx we know about, which will be later on in this video. So already we're seeing new dinosaurs that we didn't know were coming, new toys we didn't know about, and this Baryonyx would be the first of those. Next up is Brachiosaurus. Of course, everyone knows the Brachiosaurus is on its way, but it now has an official entry in this app for when it does come out. You can scan it and unlock it here. Next up is the repainted CONCAVENATOR, which again, another figure that we did know about that has been added to the roster here in this latest app update. Next up is the DILOPHOSAURUS. This is appears to be the paint app that we already know about, the purple. A lot of people are excited about this figure just to get a new Dilophosaurus, but what's really exciting is that we're getting yet another Dilophosaurus, a new paint application. Don't know if it's a Savage Strike or what kind of figure it is, but another Dilophosaurus is on the way. Next up is DIMETRODON. This is one that we knew was coming, but we had no idea what it looked like, so this is kind of our first glimpse at it. DIMETRODON, attack pack figure on the way soon. Gallimimus attack pack figure coming at us as well. This was one we didn't know about, and it looks like yet another redeco of Gallimimus. So we'll have to see how that one pans out when the figure actually comes out. Next, we have Parasaurus. Now, this is where things get a little confusing in the app. The paint applications aren't always the same, so this could be the Parasaurus we already have or an all-new one. We do know another one's coming, but here you go. First Parasaurus, and we'll look at the second one later, which would be an all-new figure. Finally, on this page, INDOMINUS Rex. What can I say? Destroy and Devour INDOMINUS Rex. We're all looking forward to that one, and here it is in the app. Next up is Baryonyx. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Another figure we knew about. Nice little portrait here in the app, but nothing new as far as a reveal there. Getting to PROCERATOSAURUS, there are 3 versions in the app now. This first version is from the attack pack wave that recently was released. Knew about that figure. We also have 2 other figures, one of which we know is a Battle Damage figure coming out soon. But yeah, this figure's arriving in 2 new paint applications from the looks of it. A darker paint coloration, sort of like the first release of this figure, as well as something a little more in the middle. But again, these paint applications on the app do tend to change, so we'll just have to see what the final figure looks like. But new figures we didn't know about all the same. Same thing with the Pteranodon figures. There are 3 entries in here. It's hard to tell which one is which, but we're definitely getting a new Pteranodon as well. We know about the Battle Damage Pteranodon. We know about the Dual Attack Pteranodon, but there are 3 in here. So one of these Pteranodons is going to be a new figure. Quetzalcoatlus, obviously we've known about this one as well via the reveal at Jurassic Outpost. Here it is in the app. Spinosaurus, or Spinosaurus, sorry about that. Battle Damage Spinosaurus. This will be our first look at the figure, and it looks like it has a purple paint scheme. So interested to see what that figure actually looks like in the flesh, but this is our first look at that figure. Followed by Suchomimus in an all-new paint coloration. You can see both Suchomimuses here. One of them sporting the Mega Dual Attack, paint application we know about, and the other paint application being all new. So another Suchomimus is on the way. Be excited about that if that's one of your favorite figures. We know that's a popular one with a lot of people. There's also 3 Triceratops in the app. We obviously know about a Dual Attack Triceratops on the way, a Dual Attack Triceratops that's already out. Between those 2, those are both figures we already know about, but there is a 3rd Triceratops in the app that we don't know if it's a Dual Attack, a Roarivore, or something completely different. But here it is, all new Triceratops figure confirmed in this app update. Next up is a Velociraptor. Now these Velociraptor entries are the most confusing out of this entire app. It's hard to tell what raptor is new, what raptor is one we already know about. They all have the name Velociraptor, but we know there's a Charlie, we know there's an Echo, we know there's a Delta. We know all of these raptors are either released or are coming, so it's kind of hard to tell which ones are which because the paint applications are so strange. This Velociraptor for 4 out of 8 is most likely the Savage Strike Velociraptor with the head plume. You can see the feathers behind the head there. But yeah, same with Raptor 5 of 8. We just don't know which raptor this technically is, if it's an all-new paint job or if it's just a strange representation of Charlie, Echo, or Delta. This is Velociraptor 6 out of 8. Does look like something all new, not to be confused with one of those main character raptors. So interested to see what that one is. Obviously an all-new figure. ANKYLOSAURUS. This is the entry for the Roarvors ANKYLOSAURUS. Not a new figure, one we know about. The next few figures are going to kind of go along with that. Again, Baryonyx. We went over the first new Baryonyx in the beginning of this video. This would be the Baryonyx that's in stores now with that subtle yellow snout. Roarvors version. Next up is Blue. I'm guessing this is the new Savage Strike Blue figure coming to us, but it also could be the old Savage Strike Blue. Not really 100% sure which figure this entry is speaking to. CERATOSAURUS. This is the repaint, the new Roarvor repaint that recently hit stores. So again, another figure that isn't new, but is making its debut in the app. Where you previously couldn't scan it, you can scan it now and unlock it in the app. Colaris, another figure we know about. Only one of them in here. We thought a second one was coming with a story pack, but it doesn't appear to be a second Colaris in here, so unsure what's happening with that other story pack. CONCAVENATOR, obviously this was one of the first dual attack figures released, so old news, but it is it is showing up in this list of dinosaurs in the app. Another raptor. This looks like probably the first Delta Attack Pack Raptor figure we got. But again, these colors are sort of all over the place and not always matching up to the final figure. DIMETRODON, another figure we already know about, the Savage Strike version. Not a new version, just the version that we already have released via Savage Strike. Same with DRACOREX. This is the existing Attack Pack figure. Not a new figure, not a new DRACOREX. Again, the list that's generating these images just happens to have a lot of existing Dino Rivals figures on it. Next up is another DRACOREX. This was the story pack that I mentioned earlier. Again, something we know about. Here's the first Herosaurus. So again, there's two Herosauruses in the app. One of them is the attack pack we know about, and one of them is an all-new figure. Both paint applications don't look anything like the figure, so it's a little confusing about which figure is which. Indoraptor. So this is the Indoraptor repack, the super articulated version. Not a new figure, not a new entry into this app. Again, just making its way in this list. Finally, we have Metracanthosaurus. This is the last Roarvor repaint that is in the app. Again, these figures weren't scannable at first when they first released, but with this latest app update, you should be able to scan them and upgrade them, unlock them in the app. Minmi, I guess this would be a new figure. This was one we didn't know about. So a new attack pack, Minmi, on the way. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Please correct me in the comments, and I'll try to hit it right next time. Monolophosaurus. This is a new Monolophosaurus, not the Savage Strike version. It looks like we're having a Battle Damage Monolophosaurus that's on the way. So quick look at a possible paint scheme there. PACHYCEPHALOSAURUS. So this guy looks a little different than what we were thinking. This was already revealed as a Savage Strike figure, and this paint application is totally different. So we'll have to see what the final figure actually looks like, but I'm pretty sure this image is wrong. PARASAUROLOPHUS, another dual attack figure that has been already released. Not a new figure, just making its way in this app. Plesiosaur. This would be the Savage Strike version of the Plesiosaurus, not to be confused with the Battle Damage version. This one recently was up for order on Amazon, so a figure that we know about, know what it looks like, all that. PROTOCERATOPS, another figure, just an attack pack figure, not something that's a new figure. This is just a rehash of the Wave 1 attack pack. And then we are back to those Pteranodons. This most likely is the dual attack Pteranodon we already know about, not one of the new figures, new paint schemes that was shown previously. One of these Pteranodons is also a battle damage Pteranodon that we already know about as well. But it is worth noting that there is one new Pteranodon coming as far as this app goes, the list it has. Rampharicus attack pack figure that's already been released. Nothing new to discuss there, not a new figure. Finally, we're getting to Stegosaurus, Mega Dual Attack. Already know about this figure as well. Doesn't look like another Stegosaurus coming. Another Suchomimus is coming, but we're only getting one Stegosaurus this year for Dino Rivals. Stygimoloch, this is the Savage Strike version, no doubt. Not a new figure, which probably means the blue we covered earlier was the previous version of the Savage Strike blue as well. So a couple not new figures. And I believe this last list also has a few not new figures. Tapejara, Savage Strike figure we know about. Baby T.REX, meaning the T.REX that came in the Target exclusive Legacy Rex set. This would be the baby T.REX. And then one of these T.REX figures coming up would be the Bull Rex that came with the baby T.REX. And the other Rex figure that's noted in the app is most likely a version of the Extreme Chomping Rex that wasn't released in the US. There are versions that are released in other countries that come with a Dino Rivals collector card. But it wasn't released here in the U.S. because that figure here in the U.S. is a Legacy exclusive at Target and does not come with a Dino Rivals packaging or Dino Rivals collector card. This final Raptor here just kind of adds to the mystery of what new Raptors are we getting exactly? Are we getting 2 or 3 new figures? This paint scheme looks a little different, so obviously getting another new Raptor. That about covers it. We definitely went over a lot of different figures in this app update, but hopefully we'll figure out more about them as time goes on and new images are revealed. For more, please head to collectjurassic.com and be sure to follow us here on YouTube, subscribe, and Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. Until next time, this is Tim, and thank you for watching.